Aziz do'stlarim, assalomu alaykum. Men Sayyoraman. Italiyada, Rim shahrida ingliz tili o'qituvchiman. Hello, hello, my dear friends. Hello. I'm happy to participate in this fairy tale marathon and to share with you a lovely Uzbek folk tale. It is about a very smart girl because we girls, we do rock, you know. Yes, so here is our lovely main character of the story. And this Uzbek fairy tale is called The Clever Daughter. Once upon a time, a very long time ago, there was an old man. He lived in a village with his daughter, who was about 12 years old. Hello, hello. All the things the old man had were a camel, a horse, and a donkey. The old man used to cut wood in the mountains and then carry it to the town for selling. The daughter would stay in the house and looked after it. It happened so that one day the old man loaded his camel with wood and went to the bazaar. The fat rich man came up to him and asked, "What is the price of the wood?" The old man asked for 3 coins. The fat rich man said, "Take 3 coins as it is, but bring the wood to my house." The old man agreed with pleasure and took the wood to the fat rich man's house. He got 3 coins that were promised to him, heaped the wood on the ground, and wanted to go away with his camel. Suddenly, the fat rich man said, "Tether the camel." "But the camel is mine." The old man was surprised. "No," said the fat rich man, "I bought the wood as it is, together with the camel." "Why should I pay 3 coins to you, fool?" They had a long argument and went to a judge. The judge asked the old man, "Is it true that you sold the wood as it is?" The old man answered, "Yes, your honor, but the camel cost 300 coins." "Well, that is not my concern. It is all your own fault. You shouldn't have agreed to sell your wood as it is." The judge ordered the camel to be given to the fat rich man, and the old man went home in tears. But he didn't tell anything to his daughter. Next day, the old man loaded the horse with the wood, and again came to the bazaar. And there again the fat rich man was. "How much is your wood?" "3 coins." The fat rich man said, "Take 3 coins as it is." The old man forgot what happened to him yesterday, and he agreed. And thus he was left without his horse. He came home sorrowful, but again didn't tell anything to his daughter. On the 3rd day, the old man loaded his donkey with wood and was almost ready to go to the bazaar. But the daughter said to him, "Father, yesterday and the day before you came home without camel and without horse. Today you will be left without donkey. You'd better stay home and I'll go and sell the wood in the bazaar." The old man agreed, and the girl went to the bazaar. The fat rich man came to her. "How much is your wood?" The The girl asked for 3 coins. The fat rich man said, "Take 5 coins as it is." The girl answered, "And will you pay the money as it is?" "Of course I will. Bring the wood to my house." The girl hid the wood and asked, "Uncle, where should I tie up your donkey?" The fat rich man pointed the place. The girl tied up the donkey and asked for the money. Then the fat rich man held out the money to her, but the girl seized his hand and said, "When we decided the price, you said that you will give 5 coins as it is. So give the money together with your hand." The fat rich man was stunned. They had a long argument. The neighbors came running because of the shout and led the girl and the fat rich man to the judge. The judge tried to go out of his situation, but the girl stood her ground. And the people shouted, "The girl is right. She's a clever girl." The judge had a deep thought to the case and then pronounced his judgment. "Give her your hand." The fat rich man began to cry, "How shall I live without my hand?" "Well, pay then 50 golden coins as a redemption." The rich man counted 50 gold coins and gave them to the girl, but he was not happy to part with the gold coins. So he said, "Let's bet. Who will lie better must pay another 50 gold coins." "All right," said the little girl, "but since you, Mr. Rich Man, are older than I, you'll be the first to begin." The fat rich man sat comfortably, cleared his throat, and began. "Once I sowed the field with wheat. The grain crop was so good that anyone who entered the field on a camel or on a horse was lost for 10 days. One day 40 goats went into the field and disappeared. When the grain crop was ripened, I hired some farm laborers to reap the wheat. The wheat was reaped, grinded, but there was no trace of goats. One day I ordered my wife to bake scones, and I began to pray. Then, when the scones were taken out of the oven, I took one and began to eat. Suddenly, I heard from my mouth, "Meh, meh." And after this, a goat jumped out of my mouth, and then one more, and then another one. The goats had got so fat that each one was as big as 4-year-old bull. The girl began to clap, gave a short laugh, and shouted, "It's wonderful! You said the truth. There are a lot of such cases all over the world. And now listen to me. Once in the middle of our village, I dug the ground and sowed only one cotton seed. And you know what happened? The tree of an enormous size grew. Its shadows covered everything around it, and was necessary to ride for a whole day to reach the end of the shadow." Meh, meh. When the cotton ripened, I called together 500 big and strong women with quick hands. I sold the cotton and bought 40 strong camels on this money, loaded them with expensive printed cotton, and sent them with 2 of my brothers to the city of Bukhara. And during the next 3 years, there was no news from them. Alas, recently I was informed that they were killed. And now, look, that this fat rich man is putting on my brother's robe, the same in which he had gone to Buhara. It means that you, rich man, killed my brothers, and seized their goods and camels. The fat rich man was in a fix. If he admits that the girl's story is right, he will be charged for murder and will lose his head. But if he says that the girl's story is falsehood, then, per their agreement, he must pay her 50 golden coins, another 50 golden coins. The fat man had no choice, so he handed over the money and said, "This is the first time in my life that I have lost a bet." And the girl took back the camel, the horse, and the donkey from the fat rich man, and happily came back home to her father. You see how smart we are, girls? So this was our story, The Clever Daughter, an Uzbek fairy tale. Bye bye. Görüşünce. İo, İo.